Morning. I didn't do a good night video last night. I was in a shelter with somebody. I just didn't feel like doing it. Yeah, passed my last 4,000 footer till Katahdin. So that gave me a little bit of hope. I'm still wet. And I get to the shelter. I change all my clothes. I put on dry stuff. So I've got a game plan for that. There's some people who were last night, and you know, they were nice. So it was nice, hanging out with some people. There's blue sky today. Not a lot. It's gonna rain again, but yeah, a much easier layout. With not a lot of elevation change at all today. So I'm not going to pretend that I think that means necessarily easier, but hopefully I can make some better time. But there's only so far I can go because the ferry crossing is only open from 11 to 9, or excuse me, 9 to 11. So I won't get there in time. I'm going to go to a cabin and not a cabin, a shelter that's near a cabin where you can walk over and sign up for a breakfast the next day. I think it's like $12. Apparently it's an amazing breakfast. And then it's only 3 miles to the river and where I'll catch the ferry across, which I'm kind of excited about, to tell you the truth. Yeah, my mood is okay today. Yesterday was rough because it was Winnie's birthday, and unfortunately when I had reception all day, and then I get to the shelter and I don't have reception, so I didn't get to talk to her, but I sent her a card ahead of time and her present, and yeah, so there's that. Anyway, not a whole heck of a lot to say today. I'm ready to go. It's about 6:20. I got up pretty early this morning. I got up at 4:30, but just there was a bunch of people here, so we're sitting around talking and stuff. So it took a little bit longer. Well, yeah, time to go. Oh, so I got these, especially on this side, you can't see it. I should have gotten pictures of it, but man, just super red. I think the wet of my shirt and the hip belt just had this combination of just rubbing me raw right there yesterday. It really hurt. Which has kind of happened before. I mean, actually, it's if you looked at there on any given day, it was just kind of bruised and beat up all the time. But yesterday it was just rubbing the skin off. So, fucking hell. So yeah, it's always something. So I put some Leukotape on it today in hopes that will keep it from getting worse, but I don't part of me doesn't even think it's rubbing it, it's pinching it. So I have to keep my pants down a little bit, which I've talked about in a video a long time ago, but I hadn't really had a problem with it since then, and now it is what it is. You just when you're out here, you're constantly dealing with something. And it made me think of something perspective-wise. So, I have the Leukotape, I have solutions, it is always something out here. There's always something that you're dealing with. And the perspective that made me think of is there was a time in my life where it seemed like every time I got some money, something would happen to take that money. And so I thought of it as, here we go again. I finally got some money and then my car breaks. But there's another perspective to take. It just so happens every time something happens, I have the money to take care of it. Do you see that subtle difference? You know, there's a glass half full glass, you know, it sucks that shit happens to your car, and yeah, it's okay to feel upset about that, but the fact that I had the money to take care of it, or in this situation, like the fact that I had the forethought to be prepared for something like this. Now there's some things that I did, like I sent home my antibiotic cream because I was never using it, and maybe that would have been the thing that would be nice to have right now. But also every opportunity is a learning opportunity. So, you know, this is the last of my leukotape, so I'll have to definitely try to get some in Kennebec, or no, Caratunk. So there's that. So I wanted to throw that in there. That's something else that's going on with me right now. So anyways, that's enough for this morning. I hope you have a great day, and talk to you soon. So absolutely beautiful day for now, which is awesome. Seeing these little brown snakes. Yeah, that was West Carey Pond. And I need to look up the definition of bodies of water, because man, that looks like a lake to me. It's huge. I'm making really good time today, and I'm hoping the weather holds out, and maybe when I get to Pierce Pond, I'm swimming. feels good. Just hope I don't have any leeches on me when I get out. So that was a glorious swim. Today is good. Today is good. Sucks I wasn't able to call Pooh Bear last night, but I could see in the photos that she's having a great time. So I'm really happy about that. I do have reception today, so I'll be able to call her. I just washed. It looks like a rash to me, is what it looks like. So I think it has something to do with my hip belt, and I don't know, but I'll get it figured out soon enough. Well, I don't know. But what I did was I washed it with some soap and water, and then I slapped some, what do you call it? Baby powder on it. I lost the trail. So I'm trying to find my way to this place. Harrison's, I think. It's like a camp for anglers and hunters, but they're very hiker friendly. And they do a breakfast. So you can, I think, put your name on the list for the breakfast. And then come in the morning, and it's $12 for a really delicious breakfast. And again, I can't do anything till 9 anyway. I think the breakfast starts at 7. So if I'm ready to go and I get there and I eat breakfast, let's say I take my time and I finish up around 8, 3 miles. So I'll probably be there by I don't know, 9:30. Yeah. So far this week, it's a weekend. There's kids here. They're like camped right on the blue place to this place. So it's kind of weird. I haven't set up camp yet, but I got there and there's some guys set up a tent in the shelter, which sometimes people do, but to do that early in the day. And I made a comment. I was like, I'm not sitting up in there, but more people might be coming. And so they broke down their stuff and moved somewhere else, which I commend that decision. Anyway. Yeah, I'm in a good mood today. Today treated me right. I saw Moon Pants was here last night. I think Dragon was here last night too. So I'm about a day behind those folks. Yeah, and then I heard from Rambler. He's a day behind me. So I got to figure out when I think I'm going to be at Shaw's, which could be the day after tomorrow, depending on how I do things. Today is Sunday, so that would be Tuesday. Worst case scenario, Wednesday. I think, yeah, anyways, I'm getting into the weeds here. This is the kind of stuff I edit out. All right. I'll talk to you later.